So I'm just out here in my back garden, and these are the Californian poppies that we planted, and these are the Californian poppies that we didn't plant. And it just made me think, actually, looking around here and looking at all the plants growing out of the cracks, all the little weeds and grasses growing out of the cracks in the flagstones, about the tenacity of wildflowers and plants. So I think we'll go out for a little wander around and see if we can find some other examples of plants thriving in kind of slightly unlikely or unpromising situations. So really, there's just a lot of it about, actually. Every little crack and crevice where a little bit of soil or dust can collect, or just where there's a gap in between surfaces, is a place where plants can take root and develop and grow. And look at this, all the way down the side of this street here. In the gutter, there must be a tiny little crack between the road surface and the curbstones. And that's permitting grasses and clover, plantains, daisies, all kinds of little wildflowers and plants to take root. I think that's chamomile down there. Take root and thrive. And so if we look down here, we've got some quite sizable thistles growing up here in between the curb and the road surface. Now, I see all of this as a kind of sign of hope, really, that we can't completely break nature. But, you know, I don't suppose everybody will be celebrating this in quite the same way that I am right now, because these plants are weeds, and these plants are widening those gaps that they're growing in. Their roots are exerting pressure on the materials, they're opening up a crack, and eventually they will cause a problem. They will cause degradation of these materials, and if they were left on their own, eventually this road would return back to being more like a field, which of course it was before people came along and built roads here. So, you know, these will get controlled. The council will probably come along and cut these down, or put some weed killer down and kill these off, but something else will grow in their place. And it doesn't really matter how carefully we construct these things, nature's finding a way in. So even here, next to the side of a really busy road, we've got a patch of ground here where this is just a paved area, but a pile of leaf litter and dust and dirt has piled up here, wind blown and rain washed, and it's become a little patch of turf. And it's really everywhere we look. This is a young buddleia seedling here, and if it's left, that will grow into a sizable shrub in the space of just a few short years. And even somewhere like here, a rather unpromising patch of cobbles. We've got lichens, got mosses. These look like they're dead, but in fact they're just dried up. We'll get a little bit of rainfall and those will recover and swell up and become green again. And of course there's a wealth of other little plants there, some seedlings of what looks like erigeron and grasses, other little various weeds and wildflowers. Very easy to overlook if you just walk past. It looks just like a patch of dirty cobbles. And here and there we'll find some real surprises too. So here's a plant which actually doesn't like to be in dry or arid places, and this road is probably pretty much a desert to most plants. But here we have a hart's tongue fern that's growing up out from a drain. Now these plants like damp and shady habitats. You normally find them on shady banks, underneath tree cover, perhaps by rivers. But here, this hart's tongue fern has found a damp and shady place all of its own, and it's the damp and shady interior of this drain. And there's diversity too. Here along this little patch of curb here we've got several species of grass. This is a young ash tree that's growing. And further along we've got yarrow here, dandelions, red clover, prickly south thistle. Quite a diversity of species growing in the most unpromising locations. So it's been said that nature abhors a vacuum. That's what we're seeing examples of here. At any little gap, nature will fill it up. So I hope that's been an interesting little tour of the nature that we can find right under our noses in the cracks and crevices of the things we have made. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again soon.